What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We back, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's Money Day. Y'all know what's up. Let's go. Top of the top. Who up? Back at it. Back at it. What's up, family? What's up? What's up? I already know y'all first up. What's up, King? King of Founders Village. Everybody, what's up, y'all? That's right. Moderators, members, a lot of other people dropping off. Shout out to the new people. What's up? Fam, you were right about the girl Shannon Sharp was messing with. Got a huge settlement and announcement of retirement from OnlyFans. Yes, Shannon will be working for the rest of his life. What a dummy. That's right, Drew. What's up, Punches? Hey, you got to laugh at this stuff, man. It's all really sad, embarrassing. It's dark and depressing, man. I'm telling y'all, it's all dark and depressing. This bad news has nothing to do with us, but it's them. We're watching people that acted like they were so happy, but really you seeing it all miserable now. We're going to talk about it all because it's a judgment, y'all. That's what it is. And see, it don't matter who you think doing the judgment. Just know somebody behind everything that's happening. Because people was doing a lot. Flossing their money, bragging. They didn't do nothing for new Americans. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. When I say nothing, if I took Shannon, right? If I know for a fact he's been around since 93, which means I know for a fact he's been around 30 years. Ain't nothing you're going to show me going to add up to his 30 years. Only thing you're going to tell me about is a few charities. That's it. 30 years, you ain't going to be able to show me nothing. All right? You can't even show me a celebrity that put $1 million each year of their career into something great. No, it's not going to happen. So my point is they're only here to make money. And yes, they are professional slaves. That's right. Hey, back in the day, slaves were considered rich because they lived on a plantation. They ain't had no bills. They ain't had to do nothing. They were straight because master gave them everything they needed. Same shit. All right? Don't forget, Shannon comes from a farm. Let's go, y'all. Let's just get into it because there's a lot going on. I got a lot to talk about today. It be looking dead, but it is dead. But what I be telling people, you actually have to work. I did the test run again on my channel. Like I said, it's all control. Now, look. I know for a fact y'all don't get alerts. I know for a fact you don't get notifications because I don't get notifications. I don't even get my own notifications. If I have a laptop right next to this, when I send the live out, it's supposed to go ping. I'm looking at my laptop like, where the damn video at? Where the video at? I refresh the page 3 times. Where the damn video at? So I got to do something else. Then I go back to the page, the video right there where it says notify. I'm like, see, I told you, I know before I start my live if my video going to be seen before it even start. It's a media blackout because a lot of things. We're going to talk about some of the biggest conversations being spoke about right now. See, I'm going to be honest. I know what a lot of this is about. You're going to see ever since they've been playing around with their ep list, yeah, they've been playing around with this internet. When I tell you they control the narratives, it has gotten real filthy, low down, and dirty. To the point where I'm not indulging in none of that. I'm not repeating none of it. But I'm going to let y'all know what's going on. All right? The biggest topic they pushing is take down 44. But you know, people are saying that's a distraction from the list. But what people must understand about the list, I'm not going to say nothing. All you got to do is know the beginning of the list and the names they said that were on the list. And when you see the names they said was on that list, it's all of them. It's a lot of them. But the truth is, it don't mean all of them did nothing. So sad. You hung with wicked people. Don't mean you did nothing. It's the same thing. All right? But they going below the belt. It's dirty politics. I don't got nothing to do with none of it. All right? And nothing is a fact. I ain't entertaining none of it. But I'm going to just let y'all know what's going on. It's a mud fight. But I also think some of these topics are going to be clickbait, meaning I think they start some of these topics that's coming out, I think is to see how many people are going to jump on it. And we're going to see. I'll get to it later. We're also going to talk about teegrizzley allegedly slaying his aunt, but we're going to talk about damedash today. Yes. Remember, damedash had the biggest mouth. damedash is our example of the fake black entertainer because it's all of them. meaning they all acted like they were bigger than what they was. Damedash is also our example. When Master take his hand off you and them cameras come off you and you don't get no more checks, you become reduced less of a mere mortal. You actually become worse than a wino on the corner begging for change. Yes, that's how I go when this game done with you. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Wendy Williams. We're going to also look at fatjoe getting booed. fatjoe is trying to go on tour right now. Like I said, still trying to keep their name going because of y'all. But today I'm going to show you the real world, how fatjoe been getting booed. Man, it's all a black cloud with this shit. That's all it is, y'all. It's fucking over. What's up, Melanies? What's up, everybody? All right, so let's go into the darkness. T-Grizzley accused of whacking his auntie. His own aunt was his manager. So you're going to keep seeing this betrayal of this music because it's at the end. It's at the end. For those who were asleep, hip-hop was the demonic frequency that rocked the country. That's what it was. And we all participated in it. Only difference is some people still didn't leave it alone. All right? So that's why they the ones going to witness this whole thing, and they're going to be the victims of the whole thing. Yeah, let's go. Rapper T-Grizzley released his song addressing the slaying that slayed his manager. Now, that was after it happened. Now we got to go into the world of rap. The rumors surrounding his auntie passing. So allegedly, rumors are picking up because his okay, for those who don't know the story, his auntie allegedly, she got whacked the same year as Nipsey Hussle. And it's being said his aunt got whacked the same way like Nipsey Hussle. It was 2019. Now it's being said that he had something to do with it. He lined his aunt up. That's what they're trying to say. It's not a fact. Nothing I say on this channel is a fact. All right, but this is what they saying. Rapper T-Grizzley accused of having his aunt after he got her pregnant and gave her HIV. Wouldn't give the rights to his music back and more. So it's being said that being that his aunt controlled his music, she probably had her hands in helping him to be a star. It is being said he got her taken out. And as you see, it said he had her pregnant and everything. I'm going to keep showing you the revelations of rap music, what it really is. It's not about what you believe. It's not about what you did. It's about how it's being portrayed. It's about how others know exactly. So when y'all kept talking about sacrifice, well, let's look at it like this. What if they were doing sacrifices? Well, if they were doing sacrifices, that means what? Somebody knew about it, right? Okay, let's assume that. Well, if they were doing sacrifices and somebody knew about it, maybe the people that knew about their sacrifices are the ones telling on them. Did you get that part yet? When I said stuff like, allegedly, the people that let them get away with so much dirt are the people that's telling on their dirt because they're collapsing the music. He's from Detroit. I know what's up. I told y'all Detroit going to be cleaned up. Detroit is already being cleaned up as we speak. When I tell you they're taking their states back, you're going to keep seeing it. You're going to keep seeing people getting dragged to the ultimate level in the face of criminal because people not comprehending that 20 million plus people have come to replace them. I don't got to water it down. 20 million people have come to replace you. They have come to be upright citizens, taxpaying citizens. And it's not about what's wrong or right no more. It's about what it is and how you're going to adapt. So when I tell you every single city, you're going to keep saying the same thing because certain people are being kicked out the city, being booted out. Yeah. All criminal element will be erased when I said from the top to the bottom. So when you hear about a rapper being accused of something that happened 6 years ago, you will see it's something bigger than rap. It's called Everybody That's Dirty Will Have to Face the Music. T-Grizzley breaks his silence after rumors circulate that he's linked to his aunt's slaying. I'm just trying to give people the background of what this is about from my perspective. This is what I've been talking about before this stuff started to happen. Now it's happening. I have to close it out. People did not believe. You saw on this same internet we on right now. It was all this promotion of what? The Illuminati, sacrifice, record deal, get a record deal. This will rap. This is what you got to do to rap. This is what you got to do to get the money. Then you start seeing what? What about that young boy, Melly, right? Melly in Florida. He's allegedly sacrificed his friend. No, y'all. Let's go. This man allegedly took his aunt out, allegedly. But it's funny, his aunt got sprayed up just like Biggie. Yes. Let's go. So as you see, the first day hitmaker was unharmed after a gunman opened fire on his car. But his 41-year-old aunt, Miss Brown, died after getting struck with bullets. He was in the car with her, just like Biggie was in the car with all his friends. And somehow she was the only one who got sprayed up. Yes. So now, people are saying this is how he got to the next level. But it ain't just that. It's being looked at as soon he's going to be picked up on these charges. Yeah, because when I tell you it's a campaign, that's why it's going down like that. Meaning, he might have felt like, yo, I don't got nothing to do with it, whatever. Oh, man, this stuff been happening, whatever. But my point is now it's being brought to the light because y'all also have to remember a lot of stuff that happened before the pandemic got forgotten about. So this, Nipsey, right before the pandemic, people forgot about it or whatever. But being that rapper's dead and he's a what? Gangster rapper. He's a gangster rapper that has a gangster influence over Detroit. So when I told you it's a ban on gangster rap, I'm trying to give you clarity why this gangster rapper all of a sudden is being jacked up and accused of stuff. You're going to see gangster rappers are going to be taken down one way or another if they're not already broke. We're going to talk about Young Thug too. Let's go. The streets are talking, and they're claiming T-Grizzley may have something to do with the 2019 murder of his aunt and former manager JB. Allegedly, they were at odds at the time of her death when she refused to sign the rights of his music over, basically. So this right here is creating a what? Motive. Saying they was at odds when it happened. Saying it was over the music rights, because for those who don't understand the music rights, if his aunt control the music rights, she control the money, and that means he's going to be broke. Meaning the rapper's supposed to end up broke because when they come out, they're not the ones investing nothing. So it's always set up like that. Your first contract, you're going to get jerked, but you're going to get a name. You're going to get a certain level of exposure. So the truth is, the real rappers know you're really supposed to fulfill your obligation, which is the contract. If you're a rapper, rap your ass off, make them albums, get out that contract, and you'll be established. And then after that, you do your own thing. You don't have to re-up on the contract. But see, this is what's been happening because rappers being slave deals. Some rappers being 5 album deals. No, 10 album deals. 10 albums. And that's how they be stuck. But that's how a lot of them getting tricked to take the money up front. Now, also in this game, his auntie was his manager, but we don't know how much money his auntie gave him neither. We don't know how much money she got him up front from the label or whatever. We don't know these things. So at the end of the day, these are all allegations. But it's a lot of things I'm going to prove to y'all within this gangster rapper T-Grizzley. And like I said, I mean, the song he had with Future that came out a couple months ago, it was all right. So I've been up to date with what T-Grizzley been doing, but I also know is that he got a background. He allegedly got out the feds. But today I'm going to prove to y'all, it ain't about proving nothing. It's about what we spoke about already. All right? How gangster rappers are fake. So today you're going to see how T-Grizzley is a fake gangster. You're going to see that today. All right? For everybody that still believes in fairy tales of rap and streets. Guess what? All these CEOs believed in streets. All of them believed in rap. Guess where they at now? All they ass got locked up. Why? You're going to be a CEO, but you're going to still be tied in with that hood. You're going to be a CEO, but you're going to still love that rap music. So in your brain, you're going to still think street. That's right. Street is a mentality, y'all. Let's go. The Detroit News. Detroit police told the Detroit News that fatal shooting occurred 9 p.m. in the 3600 block of 3 Mile Drive on Tuesday. The ages of the victims matched the ages of Brown and the rapper. According to Detroit police, a black Chrysler 300 occupied by Brown, 41 years old, his aunt, and 2 men in the car with her, ages 25 and 34, was stopped at a location on 3 Mile Drive when the driver exited the vehicle. shots were fired from an unknown location. So as you see, the driver jumped out the car. Bingo. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's just go. Let's go. Brown was shot in her left side, sitting in the back of the Chrysler. The driver fled to the area of Buckingham and Mack, where he met up police. No other injuries were reported to police. Brown was taken to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Brown's death was ruled a homicide by Wayne County medical examiner, who said she died of multiple gunshot wounds. It is unknown if it was a targeted attack, police said Wednesday. Now, this is the news right after it happened. That's what you're looking at, the fresh news right after it happened. So you got to prove right here, according to the original story, Detroit News, not no blogger, not nothing else, straight from the source. According to Detroit police, a black Chrysler 300 occupied. It was his auntie and two men. Two men, ages 25, 134. It also says somebody got out the car. All right, and it's also a fact she got shot up in her side. So now you know this the home of America's dumbest criminals. I hope this idiot didn't get out the car, then go to the back, open up her door and shot her and ran. Either way, y'all, you know a lot of people are stupid, right? I hope they didn't do this. Let's go. So, for those who don't know, yeah, that's his aunt. And it's also said it was doing stuff. Let's go. Let's go. It's all rumors, nothing is a fact. But we know how to get down with them contracts. No, y'all, you're witnessing how rap is demonic. Did we talk about this? People love rap more than their family. People love the streets more than their family. People love everything more than their family. That's why people don't have no more family. That's why it's a world where you're on your own now. You don't have no family. Don't worry about family reunions. Don't worry about cookouts. You ain't gonna have nothing. See, because everybody wanted the money. Now, this is the kicker. Somehow, everybody still ended up without a lot of money, and everybody still ended up where they started from. It's called their neighborhood. It's called their hood, their city. Somehow, everybody was chasing money, but somehow nobody didn't get out. Huh? Are you seeing it now? Y'all seeing it, right? Okay. Being that everything is slowed up, it's no more shenanigans, fake shit. You see everything real playing out. That what? In reality, people didn't get nowhere. He's not free because now he got allegations on him. Now he can't sleep at night, whether it's true or not. But you're going to keep seeing this narrative of rap music. Brown was shot on her left side, sitting in the back of the Chrysler. The driver fled to the area of Buckingham and Mack, where he met up police. No other injuries were reported to police. So all of them in the car, this is the stuff I be tripping off, y'all. I've been tripping off this since Biggie. Whole life, a lot of us knew about the streets. But we also heard through rap music more than once of cars getting shot up and just one person getting shot. Now, that's very possible. But that also means somebody be at close range shooting. That's about the only way. There's no such thing as somebody spraying a car from far away and just a person getting hit, one person, and they spraying the car. Get it? Recklessly. Now, if they walk up on that window, that's one thing. Yeah, that's a clean hit. If they pull up on the side of that window, that's a clean hit. But at the same time, we just going to leave that alone. All right? Because she's out of here. And it's being said, the rumors is what? Rapper teegrizzley accused of having his auntie unalive after he got her pregnant and gave her HIV. See? This how far the rumors go. This how dark shit gets. Now, let's look at teegrizzley now. Detroit News. teegrizzley, 25, whose real name is Terry Sanchez Wallace Jr. His name is Sanchez. He might be Mexican. Huh? Not only that, his name is what? Junior. Now, what did I tell you about these rappers on this channel? 9 times out of 10, when their name is Junior or the third or the fourth, they somebody, they come from something. But in hip-hop, gangster rap, they all have to play this role like they don't have no father. Because remember, when you got to be from the hood, you don't have no father. So they all play the same role. They all tell the same lies. But if you know names, that's when I tell y'all before, that's how you know who's who. Like when I proved you through Cardi B name. She's not who you think she is. When I proved to you through their names, the ones that portray to be so tough, they come from good homes. Fool, his last name is Bartholomew the Fourth. That means he come from something. That means they father was somebody. Because in this game, they selected and picked. 9 times out of 10, they fathers and parents are in you know what organizations. That's how it works. All right? Because when you get a deal, it's this thing called solicited or unsolicited. If it's unsolicited, they don't want to hear you. But see, if you get co-signed by certain figures, you get listened to. That's how the game works. A lot of y'all didn't know that when it came to demo tapes. That's why a lot of y'all demo tapes got thrown in the trash, because they were unsolicited. Yeah. So when your demo is sent and co-signed by somebody important or somebody of a certain caliber, then they listen to you. So you'll see his name is what? Terry Sanchez Wallace Jr. See, the Wallace could be added on. Who knows? But you see Sanchez, right? Don't even look at that part. He's a junior, meaning he's a somebody. All right? So now we're looking at the realm of fake gangster rap. When we already know around here about the fakeness of gangster rap and how to be a gangster rapper, you got to be with the Pink program. All right? We know this already. So let's go. Let's go. All right? To be a gangster rapper, you got to be in a Pink program. All right? So you ain't see the video. That's on you. Let's keep it pushing. No arrests have been made, and the Detroit Police Department Homicide Unit is investigating. T-Grizzley is a former Michigan State University student. T-Grizzley is a former Michigan State University student, college boy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I just wanted to show you, it is no such thing as a gangster rapper. Huh? They all was fake. And they all had to go through a certain background. They had to go through a certain process. See that? These were the pranks being played the past 10 years. These were the pranks being played. When around here, we know that rappers are what? Agents. T-Grizzley is a former Michigan State University student. College boy. Signed by Atlantic Records. Same label as Kodak Black. It was the same label as Cardi B. He best known for his single, First Day Out, because his gimmick was what? He was fresh out the feds. That was his gimmick, right? Fresh out the feds. This is when they started to lay out the artificial celebrities, and all of them had to have a criminal background, and all of them would go live on the Instagram page, and they would create fan bases. This is when they started to push the young generation bowing down to convicted felons, following felons, worshiping felons, worshiping drill rappers. All of these programs will send their ass straight to hell and straight to jail. All right? Straight to the dirt. Yes. What if I told you all these applications were really being used for a big roundup? You don't believe the roundup? Well, go outside and tell me how many people you see. Take a picture of you seeing 5 young people outside together at one time. You take a picture of that. And I'm talking about them chilling outside. At least 5 people. You ain't going to see it like that. Yeah. Let's go. Let's look at this again. Rapper T-Grizzley releases song addressing shooting that killed his manager. Was he trying to get, you see? Remember, this is what Diddy started. Remember, Diddy started all of this. Y'all don't remember. All this is connected with rap. After Biggie died, what did Diddy do? He made a song, I'm Missing You. But that was his biggest song to this day. But I'm showing you the spirit still lives on. Somebody dies, you're going to make a rap song. Just so happened, his aunt died in the car just like Biggie. With other people in the car. He runs to the booth. Because remember, in hip-hop, it's so ass backwards, tragedy became, I'll make a song about that. I'll get some clout off that. See? Celebrating failure. My auntie died. Instead of giving her privacy, I'm going to rap about it. Fresh out of jail, I'm going to do a rap song. I'm fresh out of jail. No, y'all, you're seeing it play out. Thank you very much. Thank you, Toy. Thank you, Black. Thank you. Let's go. All right, look. Let's go, y'all. Good to see everybody, y'all. Let's go. Like I said, we already know that gangster rap is fugazi, all right? It already been unveiled. We already know how gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the FEDS. So when he first came out as a rapper, his gimmick was he was fresh out the FEDS. Meanwhile, that boy fresh out of college. All right? Straight up. Because all gangster rappers, CB4, fake. T Grizzly is a former Michigan State University student. But remember, it's not, look, y'all, the whole key is there's nothing wrong with going to college. But when you're a gangster rapper, your image has to be, I'm a gangster. So being it out from college, it ain't gonna sell no records. People not gonna respect it. See, it's about getting that street cred. So I done showed you. Cameron been to college, but see, they all try to play it off like I was at college, I got kicked off. I was in college, I was selling drugs on campus though. You're gonna see all of them have freaking college in their background some kind of way. They come from good homes, y'all. That's how you become a rapper. All right. There was never no such thing of you being a certified slayer, meaning you really, really put people in the ground. You really, really run the hood. You really, really got all this power and structure, and they're going to give you all this money. It was never like that, y'all. No. Now, what they do is they get the money, then they get the real people from the hood to be with them. Yeah. Now, that part be real. They get the real people to be with them for the credibility. But then after that, everybody that's with them going to go to jail. That's how it works. All right. So, look, you got your proof. Now, look, no, the proof is this. The proof you have is how the shooting went down. All right, they all in the car. Driver gets out and run. And she gets sprayed up in the side. And T Grizzly didn't get hit. His auntie got hit. Now, what that man that got out the car, we don't know what's up with him. And it don't mean T Grizzly had nothing to do with it. So I'm just telling you now, this was going on because it's an attack on rap. So you see, it's not just an attack on rap, it's an exposure rap. So you seeing as the Diddy trial still going on, meaning he didn't get his time yet, now you're going to keep seeing all this bad news on everybody else, all this dirt coming out. Because for those who don't understand, when this country flipped, when I saw Michigan flip on Eminem over the elections, I know what's up. No. This culture, y'all, is being blamed for the number one source, one of the number one sources that plagued the country through slaying, through RAPEs, public violence, drugs of death, all this. They know minor and rap goes hand in hand. They know rap is only culture where minors and grown-ups hang together, period. It's so much within it. Now, like I said, every stereotype is not true, y'all, but you have to look at the past 10 years of the reality that happened. And then the last icing on the cake was what? Drill rap, which really was kill rap. It's really what it was, all right? So this is why all this shit is being judged. But now, right, he better hope he don't got to see a judge because they staring it back up. They saying this man got his auntie pregnant and he got HIV. That's what they saying, y'all. And he got a Wacked to get out of contract. Hold up. ESTG, Yo Gotti artist, a college student. That's right. Megan, a college student. No, y'all, they are really entertainers. They're real good actors, man. Because I tell you, anybody can act street. They've been showing us that. Anybody can act hood. Anybody can act black. They show you this. They really been showing us it's an act. Because the truth is, it's not who y'all really are, but this is how we want you to act. So being that we want you to act like this, we're going to keep acting like this. And that's what it is. The land of make-believe. No, where you can come from a good home and actually make people believe you're a slaughterer. And they don't even fact check with the internet. So it's not about people being dumb. It's about people being proven stupid after the internet came out. And you can prove every lie now. So remember, back in the day, you had to accept lies. But somehow you still knew the truth back then. Now you got the internet. You got access to so much shit. And somehow people are dumber, which prove that people don't look shit up no more. So they've been just pushing more and more lies and tricks. Like, hey, everybody keep going for it. Fuck it. But this been showing how stupid people are. Because if you from Detroit, the joke on you if you believe he was a gangster, because that fool went to Michigan College. A good college. On top of that, Michigan, one of them colleges you can't even afford to go to. That's a real college. Get it? Because I know how this shit works. He's a junior. He comes from a good home. He comes from something. His father's somebody. That's why. I know who it is. I know what's up. That's why a lot of them hide their dad. They hide their dad, y'all. I think Joe Jackson is Ice Cube dad. I don't care what you saying. Let's look at Ice Cube. Just so having his name Jackson. But he looks like he could be Joe Jackson's son too. So that's why I say I'm not stupid. A lot of them be bastard kids, man. You just ain't gonna know sometime. All right, so look. They saying that boy put that money. But we ain't gonna go there. We don't know. But we know who don't got no money. We got to talk about this depressive son of a bitch. Damedash. No, y'all finally watching the end of the rock. So if you wasn't born when that whole Jay-Z Nas beef started, if you was young and you ain't know what happened, you able to see the end. Because it was considered to be the biggest beef. And Nas called this man Dame Dummy back then. Told us he was Dame Dummy. When I told you that everything Nas told us was the truth, Tupac told us the truth. He told us this man was Dame Dummy. And he said that when Dame was on top of the rock, Dame was on top of the top, Dame was with whatever, dating Aaliyah, he had his wives, he was the man, and Nas told us he was fucking dumb back then. We got proof now, y'all. This is what I kept saying by it's the end of an era. It was going to be exposed. Family, this is no different from your family members because they like our family members. They won't go nowhere, right? So look at your uncle from back in the day. He was this shit, but now Unc just keep hanging around talking about what he used to be. And you feel sorry for Unc. Your uncle used to give you money. Now you give your uncle money. See? That's how it worked now, right? That's what happened. Your uncle used to give you money. Now you send him to the store. See? That's the world we in now. That's Dame Dash. He had the bag. But see, you got your proof. I will now prove to you everybody that was under the rock is broke. It's not a coincidence. See? But maybe I'm going to give it to Jay-Z. Maybe he knew he had to be dirty because he knew he was going to be broke too. And he said, I don't want to be broke like Dame and them. So he just started doing a lot of dirt. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Jay-Z always feared that one day he's going to be broke and a nobody. Him and Beyonce, and they just started panicking, just cutting throats. Maybe so, because that whole rock has crumbled. The whole rock. Is it a coincidence? Dame Dash signed Joel Santana, and Joel Santana teeth fell out too. Is that a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Dame Dash signed Jim Jones and Cameron. They both look fucked up. Cameron had to start a YouTube channel. Jim Jones need an interview. Is that a coincidence? They told us they was rich, y'all. They studied on us. Remember? Y'all let them off the hook. And you let them off the hook, like Danny Green said. You want to crown their ass? Then crown their ass. You already crowned their ass. Now look at your fucking leaders. Look at your leaders. Now, is it a coincidence? The same exact time Jay-Z getting exposed, his man Dame is getting exposed. Guess what, y'all? A summons has been issued for Dame Dash. He did not appear in court. He owed $4 million. Guess what, y'all? Last year, we checked his net worth. He was at $100,000. And I kept showing you that Dame Dash is so fucking broke. All right, boom. I'm explaining to y'all. I'm not fucking lying to y'all. People on this channel already know what's up. Now, remember, y'all know Wikipedia. When Wikipedia, y'all know Wikipedia has your picture. Y'all know this. But I was telling people before that Dame Dash is so broke, Wikipedia, they started putting up a cartoon picture. And I said, yo, he really going broke now. Then I checked back. Dame is so broke, he don't even got a picture on Wikipedia, period. I'm going to prove it right now. Because he had 100. See, Dame going to be my proof too when I said, remember I was like, yo, they still showing us the same net worth from last year. What I said about Shannon Sharp and others. I said taxes don't went by since then. They got less than that. Now we're going to prove it through Dame Dash. Because last year it was said that man only had 100,000 left. And I said Aaron Hall got more money than Dame Dash. That's a fact. And I also said I think Aaron Hall ran because he don't want to go broke. Aaron Hall said I ain't in this lawsuit because all I got is 400,000 left. I'm out of here. That's what I heard what Aaron Hall did, ran with his money. But Dame had 100,000 last year. I said, yo, y'all, if you got a good job, you got more money than Dame Dash now. That's right. I said Dame Dash. No. Remember this. Thanks, D. Hobbs. Now check this out. No, Dame Dash got to get destroyed. Do y'all remember this man was promoting for people to quit their job? He was promoting quit your job, be a boss. But guess what? People listen to him. In a pandemic, didn't everybody say, I got my own business, I got my own business, I got my own business, I got my own, everybody had their own business, right? Listen to Dame Dash. During the pandemic, people quit their job, listen to Dame Dash. I'm gonna be a boss. Where they at now, y'all? Half their ass homeless, half their ass in a tent. Dame Dash promoted quit your job, y'all. No, y'all, this is called when you don't have no fucking job. No, this is called when they've been giving you money for over 20 years, y'all. When I tell you that entertainment is nothing but a sophisticated, high-level welfare system for a certain level of entertainers and blacks. Because the truth is, all of these blacks and a lot of these whites come from broken homes. A lot of them come from ghettos and poor white trash. And the truth is, this industry becomes their goddamn parents and take care of their ass. So you're going to see when they can't get no more checks, they start to look different. And what y'all won't get is they look worse than us. See, we can look bad. We never had the money. We can look bad. We've been stressing, working hard. These fools be looking worse than us. And they were richer than us. They seen more shit in life than us. They did everything more than us. But you won't get it. Once them people take their hands off you and remove that camera, the magic is over, y'all. That's it. That's it. So they actually go back to who they was before they got the money. That's right. Because what they say, money just make you more who you are. No, you see who Dame Dash really is. And don't forget, he's in the pervert category too. Now I'm saying all of this for a reason. Because Dame Dash had the biggest mouth, and that's why his justice was his teeth falling out. That's right. Let's go. Now, this is from last year. Dame Dash net worth $100,000. I know for a fact registered nurses make more than him. Man, I know for a fact people with certain jobs, they get good overtime, make more than him. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Period. Meaning you didn't have to sell out. You didn't have to beg. You still got shit. Man, y'all probably got bigger. There's people that got bigger house than Dame Dash. It's people that got more. Man, he's sorry, y'all. And we got to judge him because remember, he was a CEO, which means he was a check writer. See how it went down at Def Jam? Massa, Leo, and them, they get a check to Dame. Okay, Dame, here's the millions. Y'all take care of this. Make sure state property get their money. Make sure everybody get their money. And this the money for y'all budgets, y'all beats and promotion and videos. Here y'all go. All right, Dame Dash control the money. Period. How the fuck is he broke, y'all? This man was they told me he was a college student as well. This man portrayed to me he was a smart businessman. How the hell is he broke? All right. And don't forget, we still talking about the Def Jam tree crumbling. Irv Gotti from Def Jam passed away before his time. He from Def Jam broke. Russell Simmons from Def Jam on the run. Can you see this shit? Oh, this all connected, y'all. They all dying off. Kim Porter, part of the Def Jam family. Like I said, they all a big family. And they all are catching hell because they're supposed to be like that. They're in their 50s now. So let us look at Dame, y'all, because Dame ass going to jail. Let's go. This is Wikipedia on Dame Dash. He's so broke, y'all, he don't got a picture no more. And I'm not playing with y'all. That fool had a cartoon picture. He's so broke he has no picture. Damon Dash, also known as Dame Dash, does not have a public known net worth. So I told you this from last year. He's so broke, he don't got a net worth no more, y'all. Which means they say, fuck it, there's no need to keep up with him no more. And that's it. Telling you what it is, y'all, right in your face. So if you don't get that this shit is over, only the ones that stash their money and invest it right, they're the only ones good. Half of them are fronting, y'all. They are straight fronting. That's right. Because to sustain in this game, once you retire, you got to have a lot of hits. You got to have a lot of royalty checks. And you still got to do big shows, meaning sell out arenas. That's the only way they're going to still get their money. So look. Does not have a publicly known net worth, and estimates vary widely. Some sources claim he has a negative net worth, while others estimate it to be in the millions. But there is no definite figure according to Wikipedia. he has faced financial challenges and legal issues which contribute to the uncertainty surrounding his current financial standing. Now, I'm pretty sure Dame hiding money, yes, but you can't hide money no more for real. Now, in this case, the judge has said if Dame don't bring his ass to court, Dame Dash ordered to appear in court or potentially face jail time. And why he ain't coming to court? Because he don't want to pay that $4 million. Why he owe $4 million? He was running his mouth on a podcast. So once again, there's another lesson learned from Dame Dash. He was calling everybody chatty patty. Come to find out, he was the one running his mouth the most. He called people chatty patty. Just understand this fact. The fact he ran his mouth costed him $4,000 because he spoke about the wrong person, said the wrong stuff. He made somebody lose a deal, and that person suing him, and the judge said, damn, you're going to pay. And if you don't pay, you're going to jail. That's what's being said. See it right here. Dame Dash ordered to appear in court or potentially face jail time. This man been ducking and dodging, y'all, his debts. So, Dame ain't got it like that no more. He ain't trying to, I'm going to be real. Dame said, he probably rather do the jail time and be broke. So what you rather do? Hide your money and go to jail? Or he might get caught up in some more shit when they find out his ass stashing money and not paying taxes. So either way, Dame ain't looking too good. But like I said, this is something else people didn't know and realize. With him and Lee Daniels, I'm going to say Dame and Lee Daniels was in a relationship. They also had a lover's quarrel. Remember, life after Jay-Z for Dame became something different. They went their own ways. But when y'all wasn't looking during the Atlanta experience, remember Dame Dash was outcast. Dame Dash started hanging around Lee Daniels. I think him and Lee Daniels was in a relationship until proven otherwise. That's what I think. That's my opinion. Because y'all remember when Lee Daniels stuck it to his ass and Dame was mad, having a fit, talking about Lee Daniels don't want to pay him. Lee Daniels don't want to pay him. Because that's when Dame first was going broke. So what happened? In 2020, Lee Daniels gave Dame his money. Here you go. 2020 gave him his $5 million. All right? But right after that, it was said that Dame was going broke because remember, he was in another lawsuit. He was in a lawsuit that son. Remember, it was son, and also he was trying to get the rights to the music. No, Dame Dash is an idiot, y'all. Because remember, he also is a type. Remember, he from Harlem. So he probably got that money. See, one thing you're going to see too, you got the proof. People from Harlem get money. These rappers, but all they're going to do is what? Spend the money. You have no proof nobody from Harlem has got that money and flipped it and flipped it and flipped it and cleaned it up and flipped it and built the goddamn entrepreneurship. You didn't see that. And I'm talking about Dame Dash from Harlem, Cameron from Harlem, Jim Jones from Harlem, Mace from Harlem. We can just leave it at that. We talking about business. Fuck all that rap. Throw all the rap out the window. We talking about business, real talk. When you supposed to be smart and you connected with all these people, but everything you did was really just entertainment. That's all it really was. Because it's showing now, and I'm going to keep proving to y'all. Once certain people left him alone, they had him on money. So I'm going to say maybe you got in a relationship with Lee Daniels because you was with Lee Daniels when he was winning with Precious and he was the man. Let's go, Dame. To prove otherwise, fool. This is what you was doing after Aaliyah, after Jay-Z. That's why I already had knew when you and Lee Daniels, when you was beefing with Lee Daniels, you was mad like your love had took your money. You was mad like Lee Daniels was a girl you spent money on and he won't give you back the stuff. That's how you sounded to me, Dame. So you ain't gonna trick me, bro. That's right. It ain't just Diddy. Nope, I know what the Astro Glide was for. The bottle was yours too, Dame. Let's just keep it real. Cause you and Lee Daniels, boy, y'all was, Hey, it's history, y'all told you. If they ass would have been left, they wouldn't be in this shit. Think about it. If Dame Dash would have been retired, y'all don't get it. Dame Dash tried to start a YouTube channel years ago. He was trying to start Dame Dash Studios TV. If this fool would have never came online, if none of them, him, fatjoe, you just pick one. If all of them would have just bowed out gracefully, y'all, they would not be in none of this bad news, being disrespected, drags. So all of them ruined their legacy by not knowing when to stop. See, in football, Jim Brown was the only player to retire before his time, and Barry Sanders. Some people knew the game. See, at the end, my fans gonna turn on me. At the end, they're gonna drag me anyway. At the end, I ain't gonna be the same. Let me bow out on top. They didn't know that. Damn, you was in a relationship with Lee Daniels to proving otherwise, bro. This called life after Jay-Z. This called when Lee Daniels was the man in Hollywood. And we know the Hollywood game, Dame, because the facts is, without Hollywood, you wouldn't have been nothing, bro. You another one. Know why? He's another one. Because you're going to see. Once Harvey took his hands off Dame, look at Dame now. Once again, I'm going to prove what I said. When you amongst these people, when you are a Hollywood celebrity, you have a certain glow. Do you see his glow? I will show you his glow in more than one picture. See? When you a star, you're going to have a certain glow. All right? When you're the man. But you're going to see, once the money leaves, you're going to be back to nothing. You see Ashy Dame? I'm not playing with y'all. That's what the money do, y'all. That's what Hollywood do to you. All right? You see life after Hollywood? All right? The brothers, man. Is it a coincidence? All of them were down with Def Jam? Who's that? Damedash on Def Jam. Jules Santana was on Def Jam. Young Jeezy was on Def Jam. Is it a coincidence? Look, Joel be the funniest. Joel's actually rapped with the shit. Jeezy shit fell out on stage rapping. That shit was years ago. That's right. No, y'all, they been finished. They been finished. But the pink program is for real. Yeah, y'all. No, only the joke is on everybody that believe these rappers. The joke is on everybody that fucking believe Dame Dash. No, he acted like a CEO, just like Jay-Z did. It's just that Jay-Z was smarter than him. That's it. No, y'all. It's not a coincidence. Jay-Z getting smoked, his partner getting smoked. This is shots at your generation that love their ass, all right? To show you they were not who you thought they were. They were not who you thought they were. Now, if Jay-Z was a boss and he rich, so what? If I'm grown, if that's my son, whatever. Like I said, I pay him to shut up because it's nothing to me. I'm rich. He's running. Meanwhile, this homeboy getting embarrassed. Same way this whole generation getting embarrassed. That's what it is, y'all. We're going to talk about fatjoe getting booed too. No, when they take their hands off you, this is what the fuck going to happen to your ass. That's right. So you got to prove what happens when what? No more checks getting cut. No more checks getting cut. How long I've been telling you this? Did you see any difference yet? Now Dame gonna fuck around and be in jail. Yup, because he don't want to pay. He don't got the money to pay. He got to pay out his ass. Let's go. People didn't believe this shit was fake, y'all. This what happened you sign a Rockefeller. See Beanie Siegel? Life After the Rock. Memphis Bleak and Beanie Siegel was supposed to make a joint album. Now I'm going to show you how all you got is everything from an old era. Everything we got left right now is 20 years old to show you they are joking, laughing, and just clowning everybody. Why? Where the fuck is the rest of y'all generation at? Where the hell is everybody else at? How the hell did y'all end up where y'all started from early 2000s? Meanwhile, we're going to show you how all your rappers are broke and decrepit. Huh? They were signing Rockefeller. They were signing Jay-Z. Look at them now. Now, Bleak going to be all right because he Jay-Z flunky. That's his role in life. He accepted to be that man flunky. He has a career at being Jay-Z flunky for over 30 years. That's it. But and everybody else, no, and plus Memphis Bleak is his Brooklyn spy. That's right. But you see Beanie, right? You see all of them, right? No, they finished. No, I want to show y'all how the end of an era. It start with Dame. Were they not signing Dame? I'm going to show you how you stuck in the past. Why are they just now telling us about an album they was going to do? Who fucking cares? Y'all are all finished, but you won't leave, right? So, let me show you somebody else from the Rock. Signed by Dame Dash. Let's go. It's all history now. Cameron. See? Cameron is broke. Meaning he's not where he's supposed to be at. He working his ass off. They owe. People be mad at this shit, y'all. They want them to live forever because they fucking heroes. But I'm going to show you. None of them was as smart as they said they was. And all their labels were fake. All right? Dame had a label. He allegedly gave him a label. What happened? Where the money at? Okay. Why the fuck Joel's doing bad? Where the money at? Or was they lying? Now let me show you when I said these niggas won't stop. Mace dropping music. Because he know his fans so stupid, they going to buy that shit. Say, man, that shit is fire, yo. Mace still got it. That's y'all. See that? Mace. The murder files. He ain't gonna murder nothing, y'all. Even though Cameron told us Mace had a dildo at his house, I'm gonna keep bringing it up. Because Cameron told me that him and Diddy had something going on. It was a dildo at his house. So I ain't gonna never let that rock. Because I'm just gonna show you how they frauds. Also, Mace was found as a kid. Cameron found as a kid by Diddy. This is Mace Ware also trying to capitalize off Diddy trouble. Diddynews, right? The one that's in the Bad Boy story but don't want to be in the Bad Boy story. Huh? The one that ran from the label want to come back in the end to reap the benefits. Even though they're all fucking YouTubers now. Which mean what? They're failed fucking celebrities. Mace, the murder files. Nigga, YouTube is slow. I proved it to you. Then I proved it's a ban on gangster rap. That shit came out 6 days ago. His name Mace, right? He was a superstar, but he should be embarrassed he only getting 8,000 views. Meaning fool get views like me. All right? He get views like a lot of people, which means he should have had more pride and dignity to stop trying to drop rap. He's still trying to drop rap albums at 50, y'all. Why? Why? Told you they can't accept the fact that they're not celebrities no more. They're not stars. They can't accept the fact them niggas gonna rap to the day they die. Even though you got the proof that all of them was scared to speak on Diddy. Here's the proof. Drop a mixtape album. Don't talk about Diddy. Drop a mixtape album. Interview the Punisher. Huh? That's right. They showing you the punks they are, y'all. Because they think y'all all stupid. And all you going to do is keep listening and keep listening. Meanwhile, Mace is a willing participant. That's why Diddy told you. Your Honor, I ain't do shit. Everybody's a willing participant in this fucking game. Your Honor, this is how we get the money. That's right. So ain't no coincidence. You heard about what? What 3 rumors you heard on Mace throughout his career? You heard one, he was lovers with Diddy. Diddy's out the closet now, remember? But y'all don't want to accept Diddy's out the closet mean everybody else out the closet. Wendy Williams told us 30 years ago, Mace and Diddy were lovers. Years after that, Cam says he found a dildo in Mace's house. Then Pimp C says, not in New York, all the way in Atlanta, he's caught in a truck with boys. All allegedly, that's 3 strikes, Mace. But you're still rapping, right? Because you know your fan base. That's right. I told you, at this point, there are all older men out the closet that still rap. That's all they are. They're nothing else, y'all. And I have nothing against them. I'm just going to tell you what it is. All right? None of them have no fucking woman. None of them. Not like that. And if they do, it's a front. All right? So let me show you the crash in this rap shit. That's right. See Math Hoffa Live? 257 views. He was a battle rapper. He was a so-called somebody. He had people with names on his platform. Do you see his live number? You see his numbers? Even though they do uploads. Like I said, no, this shit is crashing. People talking about teegrizzley. 79 watching. This is black entertainment on YouTube. This the hood section. See what it is? It's crashing. I'm showing you because I told you they're going to crash this shit. I told you all hood shit going to crash. Now, a lot of people going to maintain because a lot of them are registered as businesses. Yes, some of them are businesses. Some of them are deep in the algorithm. Some of them are throwing sauce on their channels. Yes, but the average Joe, they're going to fade away because this shit is being controlled. All right? When you got people going live, look, Mace is a rapper. He's supposed to be a big rapper. He got 8,000 views, y'all, as a rapper. Meaning nobody want to hear your fucking mixtape. Can you get it through your head, Mace? And you ain't going to shoot nothing. You won't even smack Diddy. Stop it. You and Diddy had lovers quarrels. You get mad when Diddy wasn't sending you your allowance, your alimony. That's all that was, bro. So I'm just showing you right here. Mace still trying to rap to capitalize off the Diddy trial. When he said, yo, you think I should go to the trial? Yo, don't worry about it. I'm gonna speak about it later. Man, shut up. No, you and Cam gotta split them checks, fool. Stop playing. Y'all all gonna be living in apartments when it's all said and done. All right? That's what they facing. You think I'm joking? Ain't Wendy Williams in a damn apartment? Huh? Ain't Wendy in an apartment? Even though Wendy was 60 million up, Wendy is broke, but you thought it wasn't gonna happen to nobody else. No, it's just that the rappers can rap and the rappers can front better and the rappers be having a lot of men that still love them. Now, if it was up for the woman to keep the rappers going, that ain't gonna happen. All other men rappers are still maintaining because a lot of men still believe in their ass. And what I mean by that is, this is what I mean. None of these rappers have nothing. They are not producing no talent, y'all. That's why I say now it is not even based on talent. Let me break it. It's very simple. They're not telling us nothing we don't know already. They're not giving us no real interviews. They clearly show you the realest shit that ever happens. They're not going to talk about it. See, Cameron couldn't go in on Shannon Sharp because Cameron get down like that too. It ain't just getting a Diddy. You're going to see every goddamn topic. They're going to slide to the left. Hey, remember, I was going to write a rap for Lil' Kim. Yeah, man. And yo, back in the day, I went to rap for Biggie. That's what they do. All right? So they don't give you no real shit. They don't give you no real music. They ain't got nothing for you. No, their job is to goddamn rock the mic and stir the crowd. That's right, because they still work for Jay-Z. On top of that, y'all didn't get accept that they were all a family. But now look at how the whole family is broke. How the hell you got a family, everybody's fucking broke? All right? Damedash, a family member. The Rock. What Nas say? I rock hoes. Y'all rock fellas. Cameron, The Rock. Jewels, The Rock. Young Jeezy. He got songs with who? Jay-Z and R. Kelly. But he ain't got no teeth. But he was with Def Jam and The Rock. All right? He was cool with The Rock because it's Def Jam. I'm just showing you where they money at. And I'm going to tell you again, why are the New York rappers the brokest when they started this shit? No, because they proved, I know what happened to the New York rappers. The truth is, they are the first ones that was getting these checks. They are the first ones that got turned out by the check. They are the first ones that never had nothing to worry about because they were straight. When you from New York, you got a name and you getting checks. Back then, that shit kept you big, y'all. But see, once we got in this era where these rappers got to work and these rappers got to really build their own shit up, you're going to see they couldn't do it. Y'all not understanding how back in the day, my people in the back that know what's up, back in the day, like on May, they might spend $400,000 just on the promotion. Y'all know you come out of your city, the big ass billboard up. Detroit is gonna be a big billboard. Chicago, damn big bill. That's how they push rap back in the day. They made them superstars. Then you gonna go home, that shit gonna be on. It's gonna be on MTV. They were made superstars, y'all. But you gonna see when it came time for them to put in their own work, pay for their own billboards, pay for their own promotion. Go pay for their own studio time or their own talk. They couldn't do it because they were being taken care of. So I know what this part of this New York thing where these were the guys getting the money. And their job was to keep everybody else from getting the checks. And that's why I told you they always played this blackball game in New York, where certain people, you was never going to get a deal. Oh, yeah, let's not forget this neither, y'all. Let's not forget this, because I keep forgetting this part. Hip-hop. I got one for y'all. Who was Old Dirty Bastard signed to when he died? Let's go. Huh? Who was Old Dirty Bastard signed to when he died? I'm going to show you The Rock. Let's go. Did somebody allegedly get Old Dirty Bastard out of jail? Something like that? Paid his bond? Something like that? Well, what's up, Sergeant D? That's right. No, and remember, it was Dame. Remember? Because that was at the time when Jay wasn't rocking with him like that. Dame went and got ODB. Remember? That's right. Ended up bad for Old Dirty, didn't it? No, y'all, they bad luck. Who was Aaliyah with before she passed away? They bad luck. They bad luck. They are bad luck, y'all. All right, so guess what? Even DMX from Def Jam, he's dead. Irv Gotti, he's dead. What the fuck going on? Now, look, this ain't a game, y'all. They paying for the shit they did because I know the truth now. Rockefeller Records was hand-in-hand with the prison program. Rockefeller Records was with the campaign of helping brothers on the street get them RICO charges. That's right. Go to the club, pop them bottles on surveillance. That's right. You didn't know back then, whatever club they went to, they had fans in those clubs. Y'all didn't know that, did you? That's right. That's right. So for my people that smart know this game, you go back to when your hood was winning. You go back to when everybody was running around your neighborhood with all this money, all these bricks, all this stuff. But remember what music they was listening to. Remember who was the superstars. And remember how everybody was caught up in that Jay-Z Rockefeller frenzy, but everybody was getting RICO charges, getting indicted. Yep. Let's go. It's somebody else. Rest in peace on that label. But we'll get to it later. All right? So like I said, you see it's in the bad for them, right? So what am I showing you? We're really looking at what I want people to understand, how all of that stuff was fake, y'all. Meaning, any one of us could have played the roles they played if we had the check, the money, and the backing they had. It's that simple. And a lot of us would have been way more smarter than them, period. And this is how you know Dan was smart, because he shot himself. All right? He tried to beef with Leo. Meanwhile, Leo run YouTube to this day. He shot himself. He been showed that he was stupid. You only could go hard at some shit you create, y'all. It's no such, see, in certain things what people don't understand neither, there's no such thing as Uncle Tom. If you get hired at a job, your job is to do the fucking job. If you're not Uncle Tom, or you don't want to take all these people to have your own shit. That's the whole plan. But see, Dan was trying to prove that he is this black businessman, but the whole time his check's coming from the white man. And then he tried to actually go scream on the white man and talk shit to the white man. And you're going to see this a pattern that happen. They forget where they come from. It's happening to LeBron right now. He thought he was bigger than the NBA. Now the NBA is spanking his ass. No, y'all. What happened was they were just talking too much instead of coming together, putting some shit together. Yo, we need to start our own movie shit. Instead of Dame saying, yo, I need to be bigger than Harvey Weinstein. No, I'm going to kiss his ass to get checks. That was their whole shit. I'm going to be his friend. The man that touched on the whole Black Hollywood, y'all. That's right. The man that the whole Black Hollywood turned their head and they want no parts of the Me Too movement. He had fun with all the blacks. I'm going to keep telling you what he did. That's right. Fondling all of their ass. Screwing their ass. All of that. Whipping out on them. Yup. Groping them. And if you said something, your career was over. Dame knows very well. Now, Dame ain't do nothing. But look at all the people he affiliated with. R. Kelly. Who was down with the Best of Both Worlds album, the CEO? Him. He knows R. Kelly very well. Who else does he know very well? Diddy. Who else? Jay-Z. Who else? Harvey Weinstein. Who else? Russell Simmons. I keep going. But I told you, in my opinion, Dame Dad's job was to suffer by us all laughing at his ass. That's his punishment. Everybody's punishment is going to be different. His is the public humiliation of failure. But what I'm telling people that's so important, that this is shit I do. I learn from people. So when I saw a man 20 years ago made me believe he was really rich and smart, I believed him. But now I see it was all a lie. But the thing is, what I'm trying to tell all of y'all, I learned all these fucking lies like 2010. And then 10 years after that, nobody believed me. So now people starting to see. And that's why I've been laughing at these people, y'all. Because everybody believed him, but it was in their face who they really was. Because when he told that man, since you the man, Dame, make another hole, he didn't make another Jay-Z yet, or had a successful run on nothing. Because the truth is, it wasn't just that he made Jay-Z, it's that they had the money of goddamn Def Jam, Russell Simmons. They had the whole New York behind them. That's right. Plus, it was no such thing as them having competition. That's why they got Nas out the way. Yeah. So, yeah, you're going to see that. No, what you watching is everybody that played dirty get exposed, y'all. That's all. All right? It's not a coincidence. Look at Beanie. Look at Beanie Siegel, y'all. Life After Rockefeller. Does he not look worse than a man that never rapped? Does he not look worse? When I tell you when they fall, they're going to look worse than a wino on the corner. They're going to look worse than somebody in the corner holding a sign saying, I need some change. I'm not playing with you. They look messed up. Look at Cameron without his makeup and extra shit on the show. No, that's who they are. He looks very fragile, doesn't he? That's who they are, y'all. All right? And you was in a relationship, Dame. So I'm saying that to say y'all all fake rappers. Fat Joe calls French Montana delusional for taking credit for their hit All the Way Up. This is how Joe starts beef. Long story short, y'all let Joe start a channel. So now Joe is on tour. He's trying to get his money. He starts controversy online. He works for Rock Nation, and this is his way of keeping himself trending. Speaking on a song called All the Way Up that we don't care about, it came out about 7-8 years ago. But he's starting a topic about how French Montana is trying to take credit for the song. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to show you the truth of Fat Joe. All right? Fat Joe gets booed on stage by his fans. That's 6 months ago. When I give you the updates of what happened to Fat Joe, And I told you, only people from New York believe Fat Joe. That's it. This happened to Fat Joe yesterday, this weekend. Fans walk out during Fat Joe performance at SeaWorld in viral video. And I tell you, they're going to keep failing. Only New Yorkers support these niggas. That's it. And they're going to keep getting embarrassed. Because I told you they was up. They only trying to trick stupid fans. Nobody believe them. So look, when I'm showing you Fat Joe booed 6 months ago, that's after he got booed at Yankee Stadium. That's after when I told you the Yankee fans, everybody done with his ass. After I showed you him disrespecting Puerto Ricans. After I proved to y'all he ain't Puerto Rican, in my opinion. So you're going to see when I tell you the main reason why they started their channel to control the algorithm. Look at me. Don't look at that real news on me. Look at me, y'all. Look at me and Jada. They came on this shit to control, take the money, take the views, distract from the real media, and they work for Rock Nation. As long as you looking at Fat Joe and not that Jay-Z news, that's the plan. But I told you, this internet is going to be what destroyed their ass. Fat Joe got booed 6 months ago. Fat Joe, what? They walking off his show. That's right. Nobody want to see his ass. Because some of these people probably had their tickets booked before he got put in his news. Only blacks and Latinos, only registered sex offenders, only people that's accused of freak behavior support these freaks now. That's their only fan base. That's why they all being judged and watched. That's right. I'm not playing with you. Let's go. Fans walk out during Fat Joe. This happened this weekend. All right? Because he still was trying to sell tickets. Why? What made this man think he going to sell tickets? Because black people stupid. People got him for saying the N-word. They gave him a pass. But they have no proof of his heritage at all. He always cuts his hair so you won't know his heritage. But I saw his hair. He's a little boy, and he don't look Puerto Rican to me. Told you they all pranked in this shit. They all were pranking. You have no proof that man Puerto Rican at all. He didn't do shit with Puerto Rico. That's one way to prove it. He don't wave Puerto Rican flags now, do he? No, because it ain't cool no more. You have no proof. He is a culture vulture. But guess what? He getting booed, man. Nobody buying his shit. Only dumb niggas on the internet. That's it. When Fat Joe and Jadakiss speak on it, you listen. See that posting? See that posting? When Fat Joe and Jadakiss speak on it, you listen. Who they talking about? Who they talking about? I guess they talking about their New York fans because nobody else listen to their ass. I guess when you're from the Bronx and Yonkers, you can't let the shit go. Get it? I don't know. Nobody believe them. And they 55 plus. They fucking old failures. Why they old failures? They only old because they've been in this Fat Joe in this rap shit since like fucking 17, man. 18. They old in this game because they've been in this shit for over 40 years. Shit like that. Not because of their age. No, when you a grandpa still trying to rap your ass old. That's right. But I'm talking about you still trying to go on stage. And now I can see if these rappers were old, but he was still on, they was on stage with their grandkids. That's some real shit. Look, my grandson is nice. My granddaughter can rap her ass off. I'm rapping with my grandkids. Let me show y'all something. That's one thing. They don't do that. No. That's why they clowns. All right? Fat Joe and all of them, you got your pattern. They specialize at blackballing everybody else so that they can shine for themselves. When I prove to you, Fat Joe pimped the fuck out of Remy. Pimped her ass. Because he controlled Remy and he controlled Papoose. But you're going to see, Fat Joe going to go on tour. But what's going to happen? Remy ain't going to get no money. I showed you, he tried to perform all the way up at Yankee Stadium without Remy. And I said, maybe if Remy was there, he wouldn't have got booed. If Remy was there, fat ass, maybe they wouldn't have walked off. Because nobody like you. You don't get it, Fat Joe. And we also got proof you don't tan in the summertime. All right? We proved it already, fool. So anyway, I'm just showing you all of them are fucking connected. It's not a coincidence. Fat Joe signed a Rock Nation. Boom. Fat Joe got a lawsuit. People walking out of Fat Joe concert. It's not a coincidence. Damedash down with Jay-Z. His ass gonna get arrested if he don't pay that money. Not a coincidence. His best friend, Harvey Weinstein. Not a coincidence. Y'all favorite movie was founded by Harvey Weinstein. He owned the rights to this shit to this day. We also allege that Cameron gave Harvey Weinstein a lap dance on a casting couch. That's how he got the fucking role. All right? Because Harvey liked young black boys. He liked young black men. Yeah, it was said that Dame pimped Cam and told him to go in the room with Harvey for that role. Allegedly. They jig is up. Oh my God. Did you see Mekhi Phifer? Did you see how he look now? Google Mekhi Phifer, y'all, if you got the heart to do it. See how Mekhi Phifer look now. And ask yourself these questions. Why does everybody from New York look the worst? Why are they the brokest? Then ask yourself, how did these people become successful? But somehow after they left them alone, they couldn't sustain, y'all. And guess what? They all got played with pink dildos. That's right. That's how you get that money in this game. Didn't Terry Crews tell you? But you want to keep putting it on everybody else. The same thing happened to Terry Crews, where it was men tugging on his ass. Same thing happened to all of them. Because that's the Hollywood test. Right after you film the movie, and it's about to be premiered behind the scenes, Harvey gonna come tug on you. Get it? And if you say something, Cam, this movie will not come out. That's right. Didn't Cat Williams tell you about those rooms? Ain't no such thing as being in nothing Hollywood and not going in those rooms. That's right. Ain't no such thing as you being a real gangster tough guy getting no check. That don't happen like that. But I know Cameron, he was handpicked as a teenager. That's right. He is Meek Mill before Meek Mill. So like I said, Dame and them knew the game. Because Dame know what the executive like. He know what them executives want. That's right. Who you think Lee Daniels got the money from? He got the money from Harvey. Harvey had fun with Lee Daniels. All right? That's how it works. It's just that Lee Daniels was what? Outright. That's why I was telling you this whole Diddy trial is only an exposure of people like Dame, people like Cameron. It's not about the people that's out the closet. It's not about the people that have gotten surgery. It's not about them. This whole revelation is about these rappers. See, look at Beanie. See how they look now? Even though I already did a video turn to a flower, I prove who Beanie is, y'all. It's videos on Beanie right now kissing on P.D. Crack. No, y'all, they all got turned out. And if they didn't get turned out by the money, they got turned out by the drugs. All right? We also know what's up now. So let's go. Fat Joe is getting booed. So now you got proof. It ain't going good for none of them. All they're going to do is perpetrate online. That's it. Their job is to keep it going, to keep it distracted. All right? Fat Joe, you see this Fat Joe Jada Kids podcast? Now you look at the likes. 21 likes. Meaning nobody cares about them. Nobody cares, and they use fake views. Period. They're not even in this algorithm. You know how many videos you got to make to be in the YouTube algorithm? The YouTube algorithm is not just based on views. It's based on time as well. Postings, videos. Let's go. All right, here's your proof on Dame. U.S. Magistrate Judge Robert W. Lieberger issued the summons after Dash and his Poppington LLC did not show up for a court date earlier this month. So now you got the proof on this too, y'all. You watching Jay-Z and Dame run at the same time. He running from a court case. He running from a goddamn DNA test. I told you, we got to get Maury, y'all. Only Maury can do this shit. We got to get Maury back. We got to get Maury to go live and put Jay-Z on blast. That's the only way this shit gonna work. All right? So you got the proof. They so rich, but they fucking running. So let's be honest, y'all. Like with Jay-Z, what is he actually running from? What he running from? A payout? Even though that man say he don't want no money. What the fuck is he running from? Damn it, if that's my damn son, his mother dead already. All right? What is gonna hurt me to say, all right, man, whatever. Plus, it's supposed to happen a long time ago when I was young. Why would I run from that? Bingo. They both showing you they running. But Nas told you his name is Dame Dummy. And he told you they rock fellas. Did he lie? Did Nas lie to you? Because Dame was rocking Lee. Or maybe Lee was rocking Dame. Because when it was all said and done, Dame was the one crying about my money. Where my money at? You took my money. See? Lee Daniels said, take this $5 million and shut up. He gave that man $5 million 2020. Somehow his ass still broke. He was broke last year. Now he's so broke, he don't got a picture on his goddamn Wikipedia. Dame Dash, also known as Damon Dash, also known as Dame Dash, does not have a publicity known net worth. So after that, they said, fuck your picture. Oh, well, I'm not lying to y'all. Y'all know I showed y'all last year that fool had a cartoon character picture. I said, yo, y'all, they telling us Dame broke. They not even using his real picture no more. Showed y'all. Now they took that cartoon picture down. No, Damn is the proof of life after rap. Now, this other thing you look at, let's be honest, this is how the shit work. If you know Damn is broke, you should know a lot of other rappers are broke, y'all. They just hiding it. They just fronting. Some of them were smart. Hey, some of them kept their credit paid. Some of them still got their $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 cards. Some of them still got their credit lines. Some of them smart, yes. But as far as them having that lot of money, no, they got to live like us, meaning they got to live on budgets. You're going to see they ain't been doing no back to school shit. They ain't been buying their homeboys no chains. You're going to see they ain't been doing nothing. They ain't been buying no Ferraris, no Bentleys. You ain't been seeing none of that shit. You ain't been seeing them purchasing no mansions because you're not going to see that. All they doing is holding on to what they got. And I think Dame is running because he don't want to pay out. But you got the proof now, y'all. His ass is going to be arrested because he fucked up money. Let me show you. This also was the proof when I was telling you that certain people not going to let you disrespect their name no more in a certain way. Dame Dash's wife also has been ordered to sell her stake in the business to help him pay his debt. The new deadline for the New York native to submit documents proving their ownership in several businesses. So you see they coming for him. This gonna fuck around and get Dame in tax trouble. Yeah, they ain't gonna fuck around and be in jail. So Dame was running his mouth about a man saying a man stole a script from him. And Dame was speaking on a podcast called Earn Your Leisure. But the man Weber claimed to have missed out on potential business totaling of $4 million in producing a directing job. So he was talking trash about a man he had spoke with, claiming the man stole his idea. But the man was going to pay Billy Bob Thornton $4 million. Billy Bob Thornton, to make it simple, was the one hitting Halle Berry from the back when she said, make me feel good. Yes. And just so happened that movie with Billy Bob Thornton and Halle Berry, just so happened Diddy in that movie. See what I'm saying? Just to even show you when I told you how Diddy connected with everybody, Diddy connected with Lee Dan, all that shit, because he was the gatekeeper. And I'm showing you how Dame always played his role. But now he messed up somebody's money running his mouth. So that was my proof when I showed you the way it's set up now. If you see, meaning you could talk about somebody on the internet if they're a trending topic. That's why I tell you, Auntie talk about trending topics. But you can't just wake up tomorrow and say, yo, this person right here, I don't like their ass. I'm going to start trashing their ass. I'm about to just diss the fuck out of them. Now, if you dissing somebody at the wrong time on the wrong platform with the wrong views, you not knowing this man got money on the table. So Mr. Chatty Patty Dame running his mouth made that man lose his deal with Billy Bob Thornton, because Billy Bob Thornton said, well, I ain't doing a movie because according to Dame, you full of shit. So that man said, you know what, Dame? Just for that, I'm going to sue your ass. And the man got petty and sued Dame Dash because of what he said on YouTube. And now Dame Dash cost himself $4 million after he was already in the hole. All right? He was already in the hole. And this is the same thing we spoke about yesterday about Shannon Sharp. All right? Dame Dash in a hole, he owed $4 million. Shannon Sharp allegedly made a payout, but the original number was $50 million. Shannon Sharp net worth is not $50 million. So we don't know what Shannon paid, but it's a high chance his ass broke because we know the woman denied the $10 million. So like I said, you're going to see somehow they all getting put to fire and somehow all their money is under threat. That's right. And now it all relates with T Grizzly. Because he's under threat. You see him praying? He got to pray that this don't, it's already being lit. It's saying that man slayed his own aunt. It's also being said he got a pregnant and gave her HIV. But the part of him allegedly putting a hit on her, now y'all know Lil Durk in jail. All right. So let's look at this real quick for those who just pulled up. First of all, we went back into the original story. This is when rapper T Grizzley released a song addressing the shooting that slayed his aunt. Now remember, he made a rap about it, cashing out. Now, being that he's under fire, it is being said he had to respond to these rumors. People saying he sacrificed his auntie. But it's also being said his auntie had him in contract and maybe he was being jerked. I don't know. It's all rumors. But you see, right? Things been going so he been having. I'm going to just say this. If this video is supposed to be him addressing it, he didn't do a good job. He didn't do a good job. He didn't. Rapper T Grizzly accused of having his auntie unalive after he got her pregnant and gave her HIV. Wouldn't give the rights to his music back and more. That's what they saying, y'all. Let's go. Let's go to the original story. This is the original story by the Detroit News on what happened. Allegedly, what happened the night this happened. Detroit police told the Detroit News that a fatal shooting occurred 9 p.m. on the 3600 block, a 3-mile drive on Tuesday. The ages of the victims matched the ages of Brown and the rapper. According to Detroit police, a black Chrysler 300 occupied by Brown, 41 years old, and 2 men, ages 25 and 34, was stopped at a location on 3 Mile Drive. When the driver exited the vehicle, shots were fired from an unknown location. So, according to this story, they don't know where the shots came from. All right. After they were stopped, we also don't know why they were stopped. Who stopped them? We don't know that. Boom. Brown, his aunt, was shot in her left side, sitting in the back of the Chrysler. The driver fled the area of Buckingham and Mack, where he met up police. No other injuries were reported to police. So you also got the proof the driver ran, which means she was sitting in the car, leaking out, and she didn't get taken to the hospital. You got that proof. It's all in the story. Detroit, the Detroit News. Not no blogging shit. Let's go. Brown was then taken to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Brown's death was ruled a homicide by Wayne County medical examiner, who said she died of multiple gunshot wounds. Multiple. It's unknown if it was a targeted attack, police said Wednesday. Which means what? According to this, it was never closed, right? Now they bringing it back up. The streets are talking, and they're claiming T Grizzley may have something to do with the 2019 slaughter of his aunt and former manager JB. Allegedly, they were at odds at the time of her death when she refused to sign the rights to his music over. That's what they saying. This the truth about T Grizzley. T Grizzley, whose real name is Terry Sanchez Wallace Jr., was riding with his aunt, who was also his manager, when she was fatally shot. So you will see this is parallel to the Biggie story. Biggie was in the car with his best friends from day one. He the only one got sprayed up in the car. And also in the Biggie Small thing, the same thing was said. After the car got shot up, the driver ran and left Biggie there. All right? But when the driver runs, the victim is leaking out. If the driver could drive to the hospital, maybe they could have lived. but the driver panics and runs. All right, so let's look at what T Grizzly really is. For those who ever, if you thought he was a gangster, you believe in lies. If you thought he was really like that, it's all cap entertainment. Let's go. No arrests have been made, and the Detroit Police Department Homicide Unit is investigating. T Grizzly is a former Michigan State University college student, signed by Atlantic Records. He's best known for his singles, First Day Out of College. I mean, his song was called First Day Out the Feds. No effort. I'm going to leave that alone. Just showing you, y'all. E40 is a college graduate. Or he went to college too. But E40 didn't betray to be the top gangster. No, y'all. The biggest joke's been happening. All of these rappers are pink. A lot of them are straight nothing. And they all portray gangster slaughter roles that they not. No. The trick was to get the most nerdiest kids you can get and get your kids to believe they really like that. So your son gonna go out and try to be a shooter. All right? Meanwhile, it looked like it's all catching up to them now. When I was telling people it's a G-O-V hit on rap music, look, y'all, I tap dance on this internet because I don't want it to be racial and I don't want this internet to pick up on this is hate speech or that it's a particular people being targeted. Just know this, whatever you call a culture is canceled. Whatever you call a culture is being dismantled. When I keep telling y'all, you got to look at all the reasons why. You don't just look at one thing. You got to look at all this death. Who hands is this blood on? You got to look at all this behavior of everybody wanted to be what? A hustler. Where the inspiration come from? You got the proof on every social media platform. You have never in your life seen prostitution this big in your life. God damn it, prostitution is bigger than the goddamn 70s, any era you name now. Where it come from? Why is half of the whole community twerking their ass off? Busting it open. Where it come from? Where the inspiration come from? When you understand that this new world, it is outlawed for kids to see this shit, hear this shit, look up to this shit. Not just the music, the behavior the music promotes. If somebody play rap music right now, what you gonna see? That's outlawed. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Didn't it promote drug use? All right then. Did it promote going to jail? All right. Did it promote whoop that shit, whoop that bitch, shoot that nigga? All right. Just know everything I said is outlawed now. They smashing it all up. That's what the Diddy trial about. That's what the Young Thug trial about. That's what all this shit about. It's all together. This is the same shit I've been preaching to y'all because it's a 4-year campaign. When you declare war against something or it's a campaign. It's just that some of y'all don't know what's going on. Some of y'all just waking up. They used to get away with a lot of shit, but they got away with shit so you'll believe you could do it too. Now the people that let them get away with the shit is the people that said, you know what? All y'all motherfuckers going down now. That's right. Same thing happened to the mafia. Same thing happened to everybody. It's happening to rap music, a.k.a. you know what culture. That's what this is all about. It's about the criminal culture. It don't matter who you say you are. If you fucking follow rap, if you a fucking CO and you're trying to sell drugs like an idiot, means you do not comprehend law and order, you're not respecting your oath of upholding the law, you're a dummy breaking the law, just like a criminal in the street. Y'all have been born and raised by a particular element you thought was cool and normal, but now it's all being used against you. You still won't accept the culture you fucking love was programmed in your peanut brain from a child, so one day you will be a dysfunctional adult and half of you will be gone and you won't have no family. Are you fucking getting this program that took place already? Because it's already done. I'm just showing you now we're at the end. They have the facts. They have the facts. Period. Even when they're supposed to be legit, they're dirty. He's supposed to be a college student. Dirty. Diddy allegedly college. All right? No. It's some other shit going on. It's called judgment. And it ain't got to do nothing. It ain't got nothing. We can say it has nothing to do with religion. Let's just say they being judged and blamed and scapegoated for everything foul that happened. Period. Maybe they saying if it wasn't for rap, more people would still be alive. Maybe they saying if it wasn't for rap, maybe the jails wouldn't be so packed. But damn, then again, jail was a what? Money-making program. That's right. Jail was a what? Money-making program. That's right. Huh? Then you're going to see the past couple years, the prisons had a DOPE epidemic, but the COs is bringing in all the drugs. Anybody with common sense always knew that. How you think the cigarettes get in there? Huh? How you think half the shit get big? They been knew that. But see, when y'all was in prison slaying each other, we let y'all do that shit. We let all y'all get dirty. We let all y'all get corrupt. Because now we don't got to give y'all no more fucking jobs. So it's proven already. We gave you state jobs. We gave you city jobs. We proved that y'all are all fucking criminals. And y'all the face of criminals. And if you don't believe it, you ain't got to believe it. When them foreigners here now, they believe the shit. And they told them, stay away from them. See, they whack their own family. They whack their own family members. They not to be trusted. That's right. Don't do no business with them. They ain't gonna want to pay you. Huh? Don't do no business with them. They not gonna want to pay you at all. That's right. And they're the master breakers of oaths. The main ones that take oaths and break them. That's why I said a lot of these whippings coming from high up. I know where it's coming from. That's right. A lot of y'all were not fulfilling your obligations. You were just chasing money. So you know what they did? Cut their water off, right? Cut the water off, then watch them dry out in the summer heat, watch them self-destruct, and in the end, they'll start eating each other. That's right. As the bags disappear, they shall start to eat each other because they're already on animal level. That's right. So what you watching now is everything disappearing. That's right. No more fame, no more glory. That's what you're watching, y'all. You watching this shit dissolve. Let's go. All right? So, Jayz is the last one. Meanwhile, let's speed it up. For those who just pulled up, here's the proof. fatjoe been getting booed. Yesterday, this weekend, they walked out on fatjoe. Walking out, nobody want to hear your shit. 6 months ago, fatjoe was still getting booed. A lot of y'all didn't know that. He knew he was getting booed. That's why he started a podcast. They knew YouTube was going to destroy them. So they came on YouTube to control the shit. They also came on YouTube when they saw regular fans. See, fatjoe wants you to be his fan. He don't want you to start no content. He don't want you watching somebody else. No, they came to take the shine because they are celebrity whores. They camera whores. Mace dropping music. Let me find out, bro. You one of the people that listen to that shit. Smack yourself. Mace still dropping records. Murder Mace, he ain't gonna murder nothing. Only thing you guys murder is Astroglide bottles. That's why Diddy had a whole lot. That's all y'all murder, bro. Yeah, that's all y'all murder. That's it, Mace. Stop it. So I'm just showing you. You watching the desperation of Mace trying to capitalize off of Diddy's failure with the Diddy trial. You also had proof Mace did not say nothing about Diddy, bad or good. You can't diss Diddy when you like Astroglide too, now can you? You can't joke on Diddy when you got jammed up too, can you? You can't diss Diddy when you got caught in trucks and Diddy never got caught in no truck. Can't joke now, can you? But you can make music for your nice rainbow fans. That's right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just that Mason don't want to come out the closet. Then I also tell y'all they're going to go broke because they didn't come out that closet. Didn't I tell you that a couple years ago? I told you it's all set up to be like that. When I showed y'all Lil Nas X got more money than all the New York rappers. Why? He came out that closet. That's right. I already told you what's up. Look, smart people know what's up. Huh? I told them last year, man. All right? The pink and the blue. All right? They don't want to fall in line, right? They don't want to acknowledge what time it is. That's why they ass going to starve. That's right. That's why they going to starve. All right? That's right. If they ain't with that pink and that blue, they ain't going to get no money. And they know that. They already know that, guys. Trust me on that. Wherever the rapper go, that pink going to follow. See Jay-Z's shirt? See that pink and that blue? Ain't nothing new. Let's go to Young Thug. Fresh out of jail. You see him pinked out? That's the code for the rapper. 2025, y'all. Ain't no more secrets. You're all willing participants. Now, you see his girl, Mariah the Scientist? This the new smoke on Young Thug. It's being said he controlling her. See, these rappers are stupid. They don't get it. They don't know that the Diddy Cassie was about everybody, which means Diddy and Cassie also could be Jay-Z and Beyonce. We don't know that. Diddy and Beyonce could be Papoose and Remy, meaning they telling you in this game, you don't know how many women getting their ass whipped, how many women getting dragged, how many women really being taken advantage of. Now it's starting to play out through Young Thug, because people saying she need to leave his ass. They saying he ruining her, but it was a red carpet event, and it was said that Young Thug was so much of a hater, he didn't want her to talk to the cameras, even though the cameras was there for her. He was still dragging her throughout the show. Like, come on, let's go. Like, he didn't want her. And the fans peeped it. Yeah. Also, I don't know what's wrong with Young Thug, man. I think he lost his brain in that prison. That's right. That's right. Because they break their ass in that prison. That's right. That's Young Thug out of jail, out of prison. He ain't the same no more, y'all. And they saying that she need to leave his ass. Also, something in this story I want to show y'all. When I tell you it's a ban on gangster rap, how long Young Thug been out of jail? Now I'm going to let Young Thug tell you from his own mouth. Watch this. First of all, we're going to get to this. Look, Mariah, whatever you do, please just don't get pregnant by him. He's literally dragging her along as if people went and want pictures of her. Poor girl. Poor girl. See that? Now you look at her face. Does she not look miserable? That's the girl that was waiting. No, she supposed was with him the whole time he was locked up. That was his girl, for those who don't know. So she stuck with him his whole time in. But now it's being said he controlling her now after she's already established and got her own fan base. But Young Thug don't know. Bro, do you know how quick you'll get caught up in some Diddy shit? Do you know how quick you'll get up in some shit? And then she really be a superstar like Cassie? You're not getting it, Young Thug. See, Young Thug, maybe you trying to prove to us too much that, all right, I'm going to leave it alone, but I'm going to show y'all this shit. His album coming out February 1st. He going to admit it. They say Young Thug been trolling fans mercifully with his release date going to be June 37th. No such date as that, right? He been telling fans his album coming out June 37th. Also claiming that he's got nothing set. He got nothing ready. So here's your proof. Rap is dead, y'all. He knows it, just that they're not going to say it. You know damn well out of jail, he would have had an album done. He'll be ready to cook. No, his genre of gangster rap is closed. When he was locked up, I told you he's going to lose it. I said he's going to lose his land. It's about something else while he's locked up. It's about them shutting down Georgia, shutting down Atlanta, shutting down the Black experience, shutting down that rap program in Atlanta that they use to make billions of dollars to generate the Atlanta economy, the Georgia economy. All those tax dollars went to the state of Georgia, and they let it go on in that Democratic city, but those dollars went to red. It was a plan and a plot. All right? It also was a plot to ruin any successful Black family in Georgia that were becoming homeowners, business owners. It was to destroy the Black success. That was the whole purpose of the rap movement in Atlanta. Destroy Black success. That's why you're going to see now Atlanta's different, but the rap is gone. Y'all don't get what happened. I do. Once they told me what gangster rap was for real, I knew the job. Destroy those people. The more they believe in this shit, the more their life gonna crumble. Fantasyland. This what Young Thug said his mouth. His album coming out June 37th. No such thing. Mercifully trolling fans. Now his girl is dropping the 22nd of August. But me, I don't know. He telling you straight up, he don't even know when this shit coming out. Because the truth is that shit ain't coming out. So I'm just going to keep proving to y'all. So you see it for yourself. Everybody's lying. Everybody trying to keep this shit afloat. But this shit is sinking. Because it's a ban on gangster rap. Any rapper that is not based on gangster shit, let me make it clear for you. Killing, shooting, drugs, bitch, hoe, suck, without all that crap. You just think of rappers that can't be played around children. You think about rappers that can't be played amongst certain crowds. Those are all the rappers banned. If their music consists on filth, banned. When I showed you, it's a reason why the gov is on every social media platform. They're watching all filthy behavior. Filthy behavior is banned, y'all. I'm just keep telling y'all what it is. Because soon some of y'all going to feel it. You ain't going to know. You're just going to be like, damn, why the fuck all this shit happening? You going to say, where everybody at? So now, y'all, we got to get into the real part of this shit. And like I said, y'all, there's some nasty shit being said and done. And a lot of y'all know what's going on, man. They starting this shit back up. But I ain't feeding off it. Because in my opinion, this should have set up. Now, for those who know what's up, there's some things being said. None of it's a fact. But you know everybody was trying to come for somebody. But this shit has flipped now. I'm just giving y'all an update, man, because I don't really want to talk about this shit. But I'm going to show y'all what it is. This is what they saying, y'all. And I ain't going to repeat it. And I don't agree with it. And I have no proof of nothing. I don't know nothing. All right? But I'm just showing you what they saying. And I'm showing you what the hell going down. Shit getting crazy. All right? This is what they saying. And I ain't saying nothing. I'm just giving y'all updates to the real world, what the hell is going on. All right? You do research on your own. But I'm telling you, it's some shit being started, and they're not stopping. And they on some shit. All right? But you know, people also saying this is a distraction. So public opinion saying what they want to say. But the thing I'm saying is this. When it comes down, anything you heard about a list, allegedly it's people of all colors on that list. Allegedly. Because it's not, it don't take a rocket science. When this whole shit got popping about 5-6 years ago, it was talking about a flight log. If you know what they said was on a flight log, it's very simple, meaning all people was accused. But we know the truth is everybody didn't do nothing. That's stupidity. But same thing was being said about somebody. That's no actual facts. But I'm just letting you know this was going on, and I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm just letting y'all know this shit done got nasty. But I also think, I'm going to tell you my opinion. I think they're setting people up. All you content creators on TikTok, I think they said, no, y'all love to run with these narratives, and somehow y'all going to get dealt with. But I'm just showing you what they're saying. Because you're going to hear about it if you didn't already. I'm going to leave that alone. Some random black woman left a comment under one of my arrest so-and-so posts. She said that we only want him to be arrested because he's black. I said he's half white. We want the white half arrested, stupid. Get it? You see the jokes? What's the joke? They always trying to claim everybody for themselves. Meanwhile, that fool mixed. No, we going to joke on the other half. Because remember, if he's half that, just know his half is the ones want him out of here. That's what it's about. Ain't about nobody else but them. So I'm showing you the jokes. Let me show you what they think about all of y'all that's under that umbrella. When I kept telling you, this shit is from a certain era. Everything you seeing, everybody under a certain element, a certain crap. I said this applies to all of them. I kept telling you, right? I'm just giving you the update. If they arrest him like they should, we all know it won't happen. You know damn well all the hood rat thugs and criminals will be out in full force, rioting, looting, assaulting certain people, and doing other criminal activities. You know, I'm going to leave that alone. You know what they call protesting. No, y'all, what I was trying to tell y'all a million times, all of them are labeled as the same thing. People that strategize at a lot of, we're just going to leave it alone, man. I'm just going to leave it alone. Now, you want to know more? I'm going to give you the hint. How many times I kept telling you, yo, this shit is political. Only the smart people will get it. I'm not breaking down nothing to no dummies. All right? When you got a goddamn phone in your hand. So I'm just letting you know. You're going to see this whole shit play out when I said what? You looking at the first 6 months. Now it's the first 7 months. You got 3+ years left. You're going to keep seeing some shit go down. All right? It was the GOV that said gangster rap over. The Gov said gangster rap over. It's finished. Why you think Diddy was in what? Federal court. Because only the government can stop Diddy. Only they can stop the rap. Where Harvey Weinstein locked up at? Same jail as Diddy. Why? Because the Gov controls Hollywood. So when he worked for Hollywood, he got to go to the feds. The fact y'all never understood was entertainment and FEDS go hand in hand. Y'all didn't want to get it, even though I gave you videos. You didn't want to accept the fact that all Hollywood actors have a federal clearance. Why you think Harvey Weinstein is in the what? Feds. You also didn't understand that the money also behind Hollywood, a percentage of that money comes from the Gov. The government dictates who gets the money. They part of that shit too. Yes. Yes. Because when J. Edgar Hoover came into power, they locked down Hollywood and made Hollywood a branch of the Gov. Yes. Because back in the day, a lot of Hollywood actors were being known as spies. Some of them were spying against the country. Some of them was involved in foreign activities. So the Gov had to take over Hollywood because there was too much shit going down. That was under Hoover. So ever since Larry Hoover, ever since then, Hollywood had to be controlled. Do you get it? Which means you do not get money. They can't even put out a certain movie. I just give it to you clear. In order for this movie to come out, the Gov had to approve it. That's how it works. Period. That's why I was telling you, this was the time where you were going to be getting RICO charges. It was time for y'all to start getting indicted. So we need a movie to promote this shit. We need a movie to promote they ass sell these drugs. We're going to lock them up. And at the end, we're going to promote to them. All you got to do is snitch like Rico, and you'll be right back home. That's when it all started, right here. The Gov approved this movie. The Gov approved everything you love because it was entertainment. The only difference is you took it as real life. It's entertainment, meaning Paid in Full was no different from when they put out the movie The Godfather. It's no different when they put out the movie Casino Heat. They all entertainment movies, but only you're going to try to do exactly what the movie says. They always knew that. When I told you they knew your whole life was controlled by TVs, they learned that from the 60s. That's right. And then I'm going to be doing a video on the prison experiment they started in the 70s because it was a program. One day you're going to be brainwashed, you're going to join organizations, and you're all going to be in prisons. That's right. All of this shit is already proven. You were under a 50-year study, even to this day. All right? So now you got it. How the fuck was you with Jay-Z, a billionaire, on Def Jam? He is broke, y'all. You got the proof now. Damedash is so broke, he don't have a picture on Wikipedia. Damedash, this is net worth from last year. He owes $4 million. Now he's threatened to be locked up. Maybe you might get locked up, Dame, because they kept bringing that aaliyah shit back up too. Maybe you need to be locked up so you won't be in that aaliyah shit because they're not letting that die neither. It's just bad luck, Dame. You was the one with aaliyah when she was on that bum-ass airplane. But I've been put together because I'm like, if you were so rich, why you let aaliyah get on that airplane, fool? We saw an airplane, Dame. So we're going to leave that alone. But we got the proof. When that man right there ain't doing hanky-panky with you, somehow your money going to disappear because they was only getting money doing hanky-panky, y'all. Now you see the bloodline? Let's look at the Rockefeller family. Rockefeller was a record label started in New York City by Damedash and Jay-Z. They signed a man named Beanie Sigel from Philly, but he's broke now. He looks bad. Memphis Bleak and Beanie Sigel was supposed to make an album, but that's about 20-some years ago, Grandpa. All right? What else? Cameron was signed to Jay-Z and Damedash on Rockefeller Records. He is now currently a YouTuber. I told you, the unsung for your generation is going to end bad. It's going to be so bad when it's time for y'all unsung. I think they're starting that shit next year. That's right. You mean he had a record label, but now he's a content creator like me? Yep. And on top of that, he splits money? Yep. Him and fatjoe and Jadakiss doing the same thing. They splitting money, even though they both had their own record label. fatjoe had Terror Squad. Jadakiss had D Block, and you only accept that they're so sorry, they have nothing left but a YouTube channel, and the only thing they have left is their fans to watch them. I got something better to do with my life, y'all. I don't fucking watch losers. All right? So you're going to see what you're looking at. Fat Joe. Here's the proof how they told the world how Fat Joe got influence over black people. Look, when Fat Joe and Jadakiss speak on it, you listen. That's the post. Because they promote Fat Joe as he one of them members of the street. Man, they respect Fat Joe. And they listen to Fat Joe. They love Fat Joe. When Fat Joe and Jadakiss speak on it, you listen. Yup. That's why your kids don't listen to you. Because your kids see you watching Fat Joe. All right? Now, look at Fat Joe selling tickets, y'all. He's so corny. Look at where it shows at. Trying to be slick. Minnow, North Dakota. Where the hell is that? Ventura, California. He trying to go where people don't know he finished that. Miami, Florida. All I'm going to tell you is this. August 16th, his ass going to get booed. All right, even before that, Fat Joe, they was walking off stage, but you don't get it. It's the fact that he's with Rock Nation. Rock Nation, Live Nation, they line up tours. So he had to start a YouTube channel to keep a buzz going. You got to have a buzz before you go on tour. You got to have a buzz when you sell your tickets. I showed you how Shannon Sharp had to cancel his podcast tour. They had this only thing they got left, y'all. And it's you fans that kept these niggas going. Fat Joe still trying to perform after allegations. Now look, let's look real quick. Because people like me, this how I am. I don't accuse nobody nothing. Once they get accused, well, until you prove the shit wrong, I'm not fucking with you, right or wrong. Hey, you might have didn't do it, but you might have did do that shit. Guess what? I ain't fucking with you till I know the truth. That's me. Y'all, nah, y'all just show the fuck y'all are. You know what I'm saying? No, you got the proof. Fat Joe, they say he a certified, all type of shit. We're going to leave that alone. Fat Joe also been accused of dealing with what? Young activity, and they still watch him, whatever, because that's what they into. Fans walk out during Fat Joe performance this weekend. Walking out. See, you got the proof now. You got broke niggas that watch him. People that buy tickets said, I'm not watching him. Fuck that. Told you. It's only because some people life sucks so much, they got to watch something. They ain't got shit else to watch. You only watch Fat Joe when you too cheap to afford fucking apps to pay for. Yeah, they the ones watch Fat Joe, y'all, so I ain't mad at them. They the ones that say, I ain't paying for Hulu. I ain't paying for Netflix. They the ones that got to watch Fat Joe. That's why I told you, YouTube is now the broke man's content. That's what the fuck it is. YouTube is for people that are cheap and petty and don't want to pay for real fucking entertainment. That's what it is. Sorry to tell you that. Sorry, guys. So look, let me show you the crash of YouTube for those who don't believe. I'll show you real channels. Let's look at the views. 713 watching it live. National news stations. Let me show you some more, because they had YouTube on lock the whole weekend. The algorithm was very controlled. Yes, it was. And I'm going to be honest, y'all. I think because of that beef between them back and forth, that's why they slowing this shit down. Yes. I'll get into it another time. Oh, yeah, let me show you a sidebar. Let me show y'all a shot. I'm going to show you a shot at black Americans, y'all. No disrespect, but it's the truth. Baddies Africa now. Baddies Africa. See that? Look like to me somebody got their shit taken. Told you. They studied their ass on Instagram. Everybody could be them now. They are now victims of identity theft, y'all. People stole their identity and said, get out of here. That's what they did, y'all. Swear to God, man. Still love y'all, man, but it's over. Baddies Africa now. See that? I could not believe this shit. And on top of that, this shit is making more noise than anything black right now. Baddies Africa. I told you, man, they were studying y'all whole shit on Instagram. Studied y'all whole shit. Told you, musical chairs, guys. You kept going to be from Africa, but they kept watching you right here. Now, out of the 20 million that came, a lot of them came right here, and you ain't going to Africa. You ain't going nowhere but jail and out of here. Told you it was a big prank. You want to be You want to be from over there so bad. I kid them here. They rocking fades and close cuts. Bro, you want to be down with Taliban so much, but now you're the only one walking around with a beard. Real Taliban done cut their shit and took off the towels. No, it's called trading places, musical chairs. You want to be from over there so bad, they want to be from over here. So now, Baddie's Africa. Baddie, baddie, baddie. See it? Told you, man. It's a mockery. You got sold out, guys. You got sold out years ago. You just didn't know it yet. You might figure it out soon. Let's go. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to close out. Here go Lee Daniels. When him and Dame was in a relationship, y'all, they were lovers. Yes, they was. Until proven wrong, Dame, y'all were lovers. Ha-ha. Because if not, you would have been broke before that if it wasn't for Lee Daniels making the movies. You know Lee Daniels was a breadwinner. When Lee Daniels blew up with Oprah with Precious, Dame was right there. Then you're going to see when Lee Daniels cut him off, when Harvey Weinstein cut him off, he was crying, broke, I'm broke. But don't forget this, if you don't put him on no charges, Dame ain't do nothing for nobody, but this nigga was promoting to quit your job and be a boss like him. He promoted. So hopefully my people get it right now. I'm talking about whoever listen. There's nothing wrong with working a job. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people you just never knew. You just never knew what it felt to get a check in your name that you earned, that you work hard for. It's okay. When you work, you control your own destiny. When you like them, they were just getting checks. That's it. They don't know about shit, y'all. They talk a lot of shit. His job was to act like a CEO. But damedash is part of controlling the gangster rap program, y'all. He was part of controlling the shit. We're going to get into that another day. When I talk about how they had agents in those clubs, watching people buy those bottles, watching people buy out sections. They knew you couldn't catch a drug dealer on the street, but you can catch him and his crew in the club. You catch a drug dealer and his whole team in that 40-40, popping bottles, spending money. So now, once we get them caught in these clubs, they can't lie and say they don't know each other because they were doing surveillance in the clubs. They were surveillance and license plates at these shows, y'all. These are facts. Pick a concert, Jeezy, Dipset. No, y'all. You're going to get it, man. It was rap used to destroy the country, but it was really used to destroy Black America. That's what happened. That's my opinion. It's not a fact. But that's the evidence I look at when I do my research. So, you don't believe it's destructive? You heard about him taking out his aunt. You heard about rappers taking out their friends. Every rapper got death around them, some kind of way. You still think it's good? All right. Insanity is not acknowledging the truth. Insanity is not just doing the same shit over. Insanity is not accepting the truth, y'all. Insanity is when shit is in your face, but you still try to act like it ain't true. Insanity is when you keep letting Fat Joe get away with this fake shit, even though you have no proof of Fat Joe being Puerto Rican at all. It's called you are now delusional. Like Wendy Williams. People also forget about Wendy Williams. What? Wendy Williams also has a white background. People forget that too. But this is Wendy hanging out with her friends. All right? But also know, Wendy's in the full control. So if she can go broke, it's not a coincidence he's broke. You know they was all on top at the same time. You seeing Young Thug go broke. He's broke. He had a lot of money before he went to jail. He's doing bad. It's to the point now, they saying Young Thug, his girlfriend is more important to him. So now you got all the proof that it's not getting better. Now, you also got the proof that your life was a joke. Game over. Thank you for playing. What if I told you we all participated in the game of life and it was all set up for failure? We were all playing Monopoly. That's why everybody went to jail. A lot of people can't pass go. A lot of people getting their property taken. A lot of people ain't got nothing. No, y'all, this is what it is. This is the truth. There's only one way to get out of this shit. Got to get smart. The world based on smarts now. All of this shit was to make us dumb. So now you're going to see, not just make us dumb, because now you're going to see. Mace don't get it. He's still trying to rap. The Murder Files. Look at Mace. He was a big rapper, y'all. Now he's a fucking fallen ass underground rapper. Look, 8,000 views 6 days ago. Not even 8,000 in a day. My channel rigged up, but I still get 8,000 a day. No, 6 days. Sorry, fucking pitiful. Trying to capitalize off Diddy downfall. Now, if Mace would have told a story about Diddy, his stupid ass would have got more views. If he would have went against Diddy, his channel would have blew the fuck up. But I told you, they all going to crash because they went down with the ship. They silence is why their career are fucking over. Meanwhile, I'm showing you Capricorn Clark capitalizing off the Diddy story after it's all over with, like I said. I said when it's all finished, they're all going to be stars. They're going to be the favorite. They're going to be able to write books. They're going to get paid off interviews. Here's the proof. Capricorn Clark. Bingo. When I showed you everybody's capitalizing off the Diddy story, except for the dumbass rappers, here's the proof. The rappers can't speak on a Diddy trial because the rappers were the willing participants, like Diddy told us. All right? The rappers were the willing participants. He had fun with all his friends. That's what all his friends were. Shh, 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 shh. We seen cases of dildos, cases of baby oil, cases of Astroglide. You go to Diddy's house, Astroglide on deck. He know how shit. Go in the closet, get a dildo. Hey, Mace, go get the heels. Ropes, wigs. We seen it all. That man Diddy had handcuffs. Who was putting shit on? Huh? You heard no woman say nothing about no woman being no. You ain't hear not one time he told Cassie to dress up. You ain't hear nothing about him making Cassie dress up. No. So Mace, when you gonna come out the closet, you and Cam? When y'all gonna admit that y'all fucking lovers? After that, y'all will blow the fuck up. That's it. Being single got to come out that closet, bro. Let them know how you got found with that Def Jam. Let them know how you had to be a willing participant. All right? And then you'll blow up. Other than that, y'all all gonna crumble. That's it. Y'all did not get the proper credit to the rainbow community, even though y'all niggas were members the whole time. All right? That's why y'all got bad luck. On that note, let me get out of here and shut up. Y'all enjoy y'all day. It's Money Day, Monday. Go get you some money. Don't be like these fucking rappers. You know what they were on, y'all? Sugar daddies. The Hollywood execs was a sugar. This ain't no cap. The Hollywood executives were their sugar daddies, and these guys knew that shit. As long as this man liked me and I have fun with this man, hey, if this man do blow, I do blow with him, I'm straight. Whatever this man tell me to do, if I hang with him, I let him touch on me, it don't matter. Long as I let this man do what he want, I'm always going to have a check. Sugar daddies, y'all. That's what the industry is. Fat Joe, he had to go back to Jay-Z. If Jay-Z didn't give Fat Joe a goddamn Roc Nation deal, he wouldn't be on tour right now. He wouldn't even be doing a show. He wouldn't have a goddamn penny. Fat Joe got to go on tour in case he got to pay that damn lawsuit. That's another thing. No, y'all, they getting their shit caved in. Yes, they are. They getting their whole shit caved in. Now, for this last time, that's Young Thug with his girl. They saying he abusing her. They saying she miserable and he dragging her. On top of that, they talking about how Diddy dragged Cassie. When I tell you they're not letting that shit go, the narrative is they fucking abusive, and the other ones that don't abuse, they accept that shit. All right, Wendy Williams being abused, allegedly. But I told you that what? Everybody making money off this shit, right? See the Tubi special for Wendy? All right, let's go. We out. Fat Joe, you got it right here to prove, y'all. Fans walk out during Fat Joe performance. 6 months ago, fans walk out. No, this yesterday. Fans walk out in his performance at SeaWorld. This yesterday. This 6 months ago. Fat Joe gets booed on stage at his concert. Before that, I showed you Fat Joe dissed at Yankee Stadium, his hometown. And I said, what? The only thing they have left is the fucking internet, a.k.a. YouTube. It's all they have left. That's why they say when Fat Joe and Jada Kid speak, them stupid-ass old gangsters gonna listen. That's right. See that white man? No, he's not a white man. He's a Eurasian. Told you that man from goddamn, he from the back, he from above Russia. That motherfucker he from the goddamn Caucasus Mountains. That's Fat Joe. You don't get it yet, do you? See, Vlad admitted and told you who he was. Vlad could have came out and said he was Puerto Rican. He didn't do that. That's what Fat Joe did. And till you prove to me Puerto Rican, I'm going to charge you with being the biggest culture vulture of rap. That's right. So on that note, keep it going, guys. We out, y'all. Thank you for taking my a lot of bullshit I be saying. We out. One. Money day. Get you some money. Don't be like Dame. Hey, y'all, guess what? You can work at McDonald's right now, have more money than Dame Dash. You can work anywhere. You can work part-time and still have more money than Dame Dash. These are facts. If you got good credit, you got more money than Dame right now. Yes, you do. Kids, don't grow up and be like Dame Dash. See the YouTube views crashing? K Solo on Mad Hoffa. See Mad Hoffa live? 257. Huh? See that? Because they had this YouTube shit. They played around with it. No, it's a crash. It's a crash. It's people with names that been doing their thing for a long time on this internet. They're not growing. Because I told you, the way the Diddy trial set up, nobody's going to grow. You're going to just stay still or you're going to fight to keep your fans. People going live with 79 people watching. A fake-ass Star Report. No, it's oversaturated. They know everybody black is trying to survive on YouTube. That's why this shit going to slow up. This shit go for me, everybody.